Is my chewing pissing you off? Don't go about it. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't force the message to fit, but if it does, then you're supposed to find it. I'm Leanne. I'm an intuitive oracle tarot card reader, podcaster, content creator, and coach. What is the message for the collective going into this weekend? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Nine of Cups upright. Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, interesting. I think some of y'all need to rest. King of Wands in reverse. Okay. Impulsive. Making rash decisions. Thinking last and acting first. You also got the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, Ten of Cups upright, bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands upright, Seven of Pentacles upright. 7-7. Six of Swords upright. This is interesting energy. Yeah, I feel like the collective, y'all are moving through something. Y'all are moving through something. Page of Swords. I think someone might be watching you. Four of Wands in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse on the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Damn, what the fuck? Hold on. Collective, there is a lot of wand energy here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wand cards. And a lot of emotions, okay? There's a lot of like, I just feel like there's restless energy within the collective that is waking up this weekend. With the Knight of Wands in reverse, I feel like this is energy of someone wanting to react fast. Maybe you want to text somebody first, or maybe you want to take a sudden trip somewhere, or maybe there's something that you want to confront this weekend, or you're chasing some sort of excitement instead of clarity. So this is the energy of the overall reading, because this is the first card that came out. But then with the Nine of Cups upright right next to that, I feel like the collective already knows what it is that they want and that their ultimate wish fulfillment is clear. So I feel like you're not feeling confused, especially if this has to do with like a romantic connection, because cup energy is emotions. But I do feel like you are not confused with what it is that you feel that you're wanting to confront or bring to the surface this weekend. I do think with the Four of Swords, I do feel like there's just this sense of people in the collective wanting to come out of the like reflection and thinking mode before you're fully feeling settled. So I think you really need to focus on taking time to rest this weekend and think on what it is that you want to confront and feel the emotions that come up for you, and don't do something so impulsively without considering the consequences of your actions and what that can bring for you. I do feel like this weekend there could be some ego clashes, or maybe even some not so great words said to each other if you're associating this reading with someone. And I say that because you have the Knight of Swords in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. So collective, I feel like with the King of Wands in reverse, this is energy that's representing like someone who's prideful or controlling. Maybe you're dealing with someone who is very dominant, and maybe there's someone like when you argue, they need to have the last fucking word, you know what I mean? Or maybe they're like cocky and arrogant and really a reactive type of person when you're in some sort of conflict with this connection. And then with the Knight of Swords, I feel like this is adding to the connection that I'm referring to this card with, because this card represents in tarot like impulsivity, especially when it comes to communication, because swords in tarot is associated with air, and air is about communication and clarity and speaking your words out loud. So I feel like you may be dealing with someone who you argue with a lot, maybe someone who has a lot of assumptions about you, or maybe you're gonna be the person who is like impulsively acting and sending a message to like an ex or something. Maybe you're gonna have like a fucking drunken night and you're gonna reach out to your ex. Please don't do that. Please don't fucking do that if you're resonating with this part of the reading. Don't fucking do that. Don't play yourself. But then collective, with the 10 of Wands in reverse, I feel like there is something that the spirit team is asking you to put down and no longer pick up. You know, like, this is release energy. This is you not fighting harder. This is you not proving your point. This is just like release, letting go of the burdens. You don't want to continue down this path anymore. And a lot of y'all have chosen to walk away from whatever connection it is that you're associating that with the Six of Swords upright. You're walking away to something calmer. You're looking for peace and serenity. You're putting down the swords, if you will, and you're just letting go of having to have the last word or prove a point. Like, we're done with that negative ass energy, collective. You did get a double 7, which is absolutely confirmation that this reading is for you, or 777. You do have the 7 of Wands upright and the 7 of Pentacles upright, and I just feel like this is a checkpoint moment for the collective. I feel like with the 7 of Wands, you're someone who's defending your position, right? And you're standing your ground. You're owning your truth and you're saying this is what it is. But then also with the 7 of Pentacles upright, don't rush whatever it is that into the decision that you're making. You know, like the 7 of Pentacles, it's a slow growth, it's a slow progress. So just make sure that you're not rushing the harvest, if you will. And then, like I said again, with the 6 of Swords upright, you are moving forward, even if there's no real closure that you get this weekend from the person that you may be associating yourself with. It's important for you to hold your boundaries. It's important for you to trust the timing of where you are in your life, and most importantly for you to leave what is draining you, collective, because sometimes you don't need another fucking conversation to move on. You can just fucking move on. I do feel like there's some truth landing this weekend, and there is somebody watching you. I feel like there's someone observing you from the distance. Maybe they're stalking your social medias. They are gathering information, but they are watching without taking any action. This could be an ex, and I say that because we do have the 4 of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, and this is suggesting instability. This is especially around commitment and just not a very much shared structure or the same expectations with this person. So be on the lookout. You might notice that someone is watching you this weekend, but don't fall for the fucking okie doke, okay? I do feel like the collective is going to receive some sort of judgment call, accountability. Something is going to come to the surface or realization. You're going to make a decision. You cannot stay unconscious in this connection anymore, collective. And it's either you or the person that's watching you is coming to that realization, and there is some truth that is landing this weekend. And then collective, on the bottom of the deck, you do have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like this is the emotional root of the spread. Your confidence may be dipping. Maybe you're comparing yourself. Maybe you're feeling unseen in a situation. You're overgiving, or maybe you're acting instead of leading in this connection. So I think the important message for the collective is to remember to protect your emotional energy this weekend, because not everyone deserves access to you right now, okay? If you're interested in a personal reading, or if this resonated with you in any sort of way, I want you to hit the link in my bio and take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't force the message to fit, but if it does, I'm trusting that it was supposed to. I love you so much, collective, and yeah, protect your fucking energy, because we don't have time for the fuck shit anymore, all right? And on that note, I'll see you in the next reading.